Hey, what's happening? I just thought of something, a crazy radical thought that I didn't want to type in, so I'm going to try something new. It was Apophis and the huge California fault. I'm thinking, I was sitting there, and in my gut, it's like, something's just waiting to snap, to freak out. And you start thinking wormwood, and then you start thinking bitter, and then you start thinking this is a huge fault, and then it's just like, bam. And it was mostly, and I just remember where TVN started, and there would be a little bit of hostilities right there, right then. Especially, it's just the level of older people, the wise older people with shiny, white hair, and really, really wise, and then you think, a child, and then you think serpent, and you think, hey, wait a minute, you guys are the old guys here, and then you think of that huge California fault, and you just think, man, something's bound to break right then. I mean, there's only so much some people can take. And then what was that other note again? It was I can't even remember, but that's my new weird thought. Actually, I'm gonna make this video a little bit longer than expected, just to see if there was something sitting there. It was Apophis, and then it was a huge fault, and then it was, it was wormwood, bitter wormwood, and then it was, I mean, is it in hyperspace, and is it now, and was it sitting there, and then, actually, I have no clue. Actually, that could very well be. I mean, depending on the understanding. Actually, now that I see it, I mean, you get TBN, right? It starts in California. It started back in the 70s, right? So say you get to 2000, right? And then, there's no time, right? And Y2K. And then, you get this element of bitterness. And TBN's available, and it's like in the waters, So they pick it up, and then somebody picks it up, and then somebody picks it up. And then I get Elon Musk, sending me the huge mother load of Apophis, and then you get that huge fault, and then so it's just the idea, that something could snap and break, but. I mean, without time, everything's a big blur. So, I mean, imagine, the fault and breaking is the same thing as, pretty much it happening. So, I mean, it's, the fault would be, depending on the need of, well, I mean, that's money to some people, you get that size of a fault, and you got all those people trying to, hold it together. I mean, I guess it's money in a sense, and one day it just kind of disappears. But and once it disappears, I mean, it pretty much knocked everybody over, I guess. And then I mean, depending on your your own physics. I mean, I'm gonna bring this up just to see how it goes. But you figure if the bread was broken for the salvation of everybody, what would a California fault be for the salvation of a fingertip or something, in that logic. Okay, so maybe it's off. It must be off. But I mean, that's the new a new kind of way of looking at that. But I know there was something that I'm forgetting. There was something that the crazier one that I didn't want to say was Rothschild, because I just don't know who that is, and but it could be mixed in there with wrath if used as wrath in wood and red, and you think about the old people and you think wrath, and you think Wrathchild, and then but I don't want to mix it in that much, because it really starts really blurring the idea. And not only that, but I can actually kind of lose it when I put too many pieces together. I mean, it's just like it's one thing in one direction, but it almost could be. I don't even know why I would want to use that one at this moment. But anyway, I'm gonna post this on YouTube, see what I get.